The allegations against Gadler were among the most serious presented in this trial. Brigadier Gininda told the court that Gadler was the gunman and that the murder was a contract killing. But when Gadler finally took the stand to give his own version under oath, he rejected those allegations completely. Then, instead of simply defending himself, he turned the focus back on the prosecution with a question that challenged the state's own theory of the case. Whether you agree with his argument or not, what he said next has become one of the most important moments of his testimony in this trial. Listen carefully to Gadler in his own words.
Of importance as it affects you, this is what Brigadier Gininda says about you. I'll read from on page 39 on the same proceedings of the 22nd of January 2024 from line number 25. He says, the ballistic test revealed that same firearm used in the murder for which the accused was serving his sentence were used in the murder of Senzo Meyiwa.
Masiphinde futhi sifunda futhi okunye ke okwashiwo uGininda futhi lokho kubalekile futhi okuthinta futhi wena uye wathi ke uthala ku page 39 uye wathi uGininda ke ngokuya ngokuhluzwa ke ama test la ayenza kulesibhamu lesiyana umbiko wakhona ukhombisa ukuthi ke leso sibhamu lesi esabulala uSenzo Meyiwa isona futhi ke what is missing?
It's a firearm that was used for the offense that he is serving now.
Lesibhamu lesi ke esabulala ke uSenzo Meyiwa isibhamu lesi esasebenza kulecala leli ke ubuhlalele ngaphakathi.
Any comment?
Khona ukufuna ukusho kulokho?
Kulokho nje mina ngazi lutho ngofaka Senzo.
I don't know anything about the death of Mr. Senzo.
Nokuthi isibhamu sathi sibulala uSenzo lokho mina ngikwazi.
And also that the firearm killed Senzo, I don't know anything about that also.
Ingakho mina ngaze ngathi yena ngcono kungena ini private.
That is why I even suggested that they should involve
private expert.
A private expert.
A ballistic.
The ballistic expert.
Ngoba vele lokho mina angubelieve ngoba mina self azange ngibulala uSenzo.
Because what has been mentioned, I don't believe that, and personally, I did not unalive Senzo.
So
I don't know anything about the death of Senzo. And there is no firearm that I used or I had that killed Senzo Meyiwa.
Now, he further says that upon your arrest for the 2015 matter, a cell phone was seized in your possession. A cell phone downloadings of your cell phone were done.
Kuthiwa ke kulokuboshwa kwakho ke kwalecala laka 2015 kuye kwathathwa ke cell phone kwasewenza ama download ke ezinto lezingaphakathi kwe cell phone yakho.
Now, he says that the photos which were found on your cell phone memory showed you wearing the same clothing that were identified by witnesses on the day of the incident.
Uyaqhubeka futhi uthi ke ngalenkathi ke be downloada ke lezithombe lezi ezikule cell phone le yathola kuwe ke uthi ke uGininda ke kuye kwatholakala isithombe noma izithombe ke ezikhombisa wena ugqoke zona lezampahla lezi ke ezachazwa wofakazi.
Awunamanga.
Gininda is lying. And there was no witness that spoke or mentioned the clothing that I was wearing.
Bakhuluma ngejacket yangenhla abathi yena abanye bathi brown beige bakhuluma into eziningi abanye bathi khaki yabo.
The witnesses that spoke about my clothes, they only referred to the jacket and with different colors. Some said it's brown, others said it's beige, and others said it's khaki. Different colors.
Umuntu oqonda straight yonke into uyi-one.
The person that gives an accurate version is only one person.
uGininda.
It's Gininda.
Uye umuntu yonke into eqondisa straight ukuthi hayi uye lo owenza lokho.
He's the only person that says this is the person who had committed or who has done this thing.
I now you need to explain it. I mean, just explain what do you mean by that.
Usho ukuthini ngalokho? Ngoba angizwisisi.
Ngenkulumo kaGininda yena ngendlela inkulumo zakhe ayibeya ngakhona.
The way Gininda, my lord, is relating or saying things,
Akukho akufanisayo noma mhlambe akucishe akusekupho konke straight uthi yimi.
everything that he says, he mentioned that everything points at me.
Yonke into mina uthi yimi. Shuthi ngendlela engakhona uthi nje uye umuntu lo wawula lusenzo.
The way I am, my lord, Gininda stands on that I am the one that killed Senzo.
Now, in terms of what you have just said, what would you then say about that which he's talking about you?
Manje ke kuloko kushilo wena konke ke uthini ngakho ke lokho kusho uBrigadier Gininda ngawo.
Mina ngazi lutho ufaka Senzo.
My lord, I don't know anything about the death of Senzo.
Ngifakwa amaphoyisa ekufika Senzo.
The police officers, my lord, are the one abangivalele sakeni.
Yena ngqo uGininda uye umuntu ongifakayo namaphoyisa wakhe laya ithimba lakhe.
It's Gininda and his team, my lord, that are just involving me in this.
Ngoba ngisho izinto ezisendlini, istatement nento ekhuluma abantu abasendlini. Akukho kungifakayo mina.
Because even the statements that were given by the people that were in the house, none of them actually connects me to this.
Kodwa uGininda yena uthi yimi straight.
But Gininda is adamant that it's me.
What about the DNA?
Manje ke maseke uthini nge-DNA?
Again, iDNA ithi akusimina.
The DNA excluded me. Says I was not the one that was wearing that hat.
Kukhuluma umuntu oyifundele le nto yegazi.
An expert is the one that said that.
Kushuthi ongeke ukwazi ukumphikisa ngomsebenzi wakho ngoba ngicela ukuthi umuntu mayifunda ufundele umsebenzi wakhe.
Somebody that you can really not argue with him, because I believe that everybody learns their craft.
So le nto ibeke kwacaca.
He said it clear, my lord.
Mayelana nesiqholo.
Melana, their head.
Thank you. He further says that when he speaks about you, that you were identified by the witnesses on the day of the incident as the accused was carrying a revolver upon entering the house.
Uyaqhubeka futhi ke uBarrister Gininda uthi ke wena wakhonjwa ke ofakazi ngalosuku lolubethi ke wena umuntu ke owangena ke uphethe revolver futhi ugqoke nesigqoko ngalolo suku.
Now I want us to break this thing into pieces.
Manje ke ngifuna manje le nkulumo ke siyiphule ke senze kancane kancane.
Now, did the state call any witness who came and said that you were the person who got into the house and you were carrying a revolver?
Manje ke umbuzo uthi ke umbuso ke ukhona ufakazi mhlambe ke ayambiza la enkantolo owamala ume khona namhlanje ufakazi owakhuluma la ecourt wathi ke ngosenkantolo umncube ke uyena umuntu owangena ngalosuku lolo ephethe irevolver.
Ingakho nkosenkantolo namanje ngisho ukuthi mina ngiboshwa uGininda nethimba lakhe.
My lord, that is the reason why I'm saying that I'm actually being arrested by Gininda and his team.
Yiba bangifaka kule ukushoneni kaSenzo Meyiwa.
They are the ones, my lord, who are connecting me or putting me in this charge of the death of Senzo Meyiwa.
Akekho umuntu okwafela icourt utshela icourt ukuthi mina ngabona kuSenzo Meyiwa.
There is no one that has come before the court to tell the court that I am the person that killed Senzo Meyiwa,
Wayesendlini.
who was in that house,
nanoyedwa
not even one.
kodwa uGininda yena uthi yini.
But Gininda is adamant that it was myself.
And bayachaza bona ngomuntu abambone ngene endlini.
And they give an explanation of the person that they saw entering the house.
Bekhona la ebhokisini.
And they did that standing here in the dock.
Basaqhubeka khona bathi bona babona umuntu omnyama.
They still explained that they saw a black person
Onama-dread amafishane.
with short dreadlocks,
Bathi uGininda wabopha mina.
but Gininda chose to arrest me.
By the way, those witnesses or those people that you're referring to who came and gave what you've just told to the court now, who were they?
Manje ke labo bantu labo ke obani labo uthi baye bazala inkantolo ke bekobani konje?
Tumelo
It's Tumelo
uZandi.
and Zandi.
Umthose noma ngakhulumanga into eningi but uTumelo noZandi nje kakhulukazi babantu abakhulu nje.
Thokozeni did not say a lot of things, but Tumelo and Zandi are the ones who elaborated and said.
And would these be the people who were amongst the 7 other people who were in their house when the incident happened?
Manje labantu laba ke ilabanye indaba bebakhona endlini kulaba abanye abayi7 labe bakhona lapha endlini ngale nkathi sehlakalo lisenzeka.
Yebo abantu ababekhona.
Yes, they were inside the house.
Enokunye mina okungimangaza kakhulu ukuthi abantu ababesendlini babalela ko6 kodwa kulethwa abantu abathathu.
And another thing, my Lord, that surprises me is that the people that were in the house, they were said to be around 6, but only 3 were brought.
La enkantolo uGininda lithi nomkhulu balethe igama lokuthi kukhona umuntu abathi mastermind.
Here in court, Gininda and Mukhula gave a picture that there was somebody else whom they called the mastermind.
Lafunwa igama bagcina bathi uKelly Khumalo lo muntu.
Then the mention of a name was asked, or it was pressed, and then they ended up saying that person is Kelly Khumalo.
Bathi wayethume thina nabafowethu labo.
They said, my Lord, she had requested or asked us and my co-accused to go and unalive Senzo.
Kodwa la ecourt akekho uKelly Khumalo.
But here in court, Kelly Khumalo is not here.
Ngicabanga ukuthi mina umuntu obulele othuma abantu ukuthi beyobulala umuntu. Ngicabanga ukuthi ngokwenkantolo noma ngokomthetho uyena umuntu osuke efuneka kakhulu lo.
I believe, my Lord, that if there is a mastermind who has masterminded the killing of somebody, according to the law or according to the court, that person is important and he needs to come before the court.
Ngoba ngicabanga ukuthi umuntu engasuka ubulala umuntu engamthumanga lo muntu lo.
Because I don't think somebody can just go and kill somebody when he was or she was not sent.
Njobo uma kuthiwa umuntu ukuthengile ukuthi uyobulala umuntu. Shuthi uye wenza ukuthi uzibulale ubungeke ubulala kube ngakuthenganga.
Because if somebody has paid you to go and kill someone, you would not have gone to kill that person if you were not sent to go and kill the person.
Angisho ukuthi uKelly Khumalo ubulela uSenzo Meyiwa.
I am not by any way saying that Kelly Khumalo killed Senzo Meyiwa.
But ngikhuluma ngenkulumo la ecourt ukuthi uKelly Khumalo uye wathuma izinkaba ukuthi zobulala uSenzo Meyiwa.
But I am just referring or quoting what was said here in court, that Kelly Khumalo is the one that hired the hitman to go and unalive Senzo.
Incwadi khona la ivezile uGininda wathi ena wayibhala ukuthi kuyoboshwa uKelly Khumalo.
There is a document that Brigadier Gininda said that he wrote that Kelly Khumalo should also be arrested.
Leyancwadi ngandlela ebhalwe ngakhona mayifundwa la ecourt. Shuthi uyabona ukuthi nomuntu engafikela kuyo le NPA ngafika ibona ukuthi ayayilwa kaboshwe namhlanje.
Because the way that document was written, if it were to reach the NPA, it was going to be an emergency arrest, that person should be arrested as in today.
kodwa ngendlela ongakhona uGininde uthi NPA ayikwazanga ukuthi isayine leyo ncwadi noma i-approve leyo ncwadi ukuthi aboshwe.
Gininda now said to the court that the NPA could not sign or approve the arrest.
Mina ngokwami mina i-NPA yase South Africa ngiyibona ngifile kakhulu mina.
According to myself, my lord, I feel the South African NPA has failed me drastically.
And NPA ngicabanga ukuthi ngoba kuthiwa nje abombuso bona abantu okumele ukuthi benze isiqiniseko sokuthi into yenzeka ngeqiniso.
And NPA is a state. They are the ones who are supposed to make sure that everything is done in order and in truth.
But kubhlungu ukuthi bona bese beje bona bengabi nalo iqiniso.
It is said that they themselves are not honest.
Ngoba mawuzothi akuboshwe inkabe ibulala umuntu. Kodwa ngapha umuntu othuma inkabe uthi siyombulala uthi wena akangaboshwa. Lokho kahle kahle kukhombisa ukuthi wena kahle kahle usathi akuhanjwe kuyobulawa abanye abantu.
Because if you say there were hitmen that were hired to go and kill someone, and then on the other side you don't arrest the person who had actually got those hitmen, you are actually, as an NPA, you are actually saying they should continue and go and kill more people.
Ngoba umuntu othengile usazokwazi ukuthenga omunye umuntu uthi awubulala futhi.
Because the person that hired the hitmen will be able to get other people and hire them to go and kill others also.
So mina ngibona kungekho ubulungiswa kunahle kahle kwi-NPA yase South Africa.
According to me, there's no justice in the South African NPA.
I hope you're not referring to what is happening at Madlanga Commission.
Come again?
I'm saying I hope you're not referring what is happening at Madlanga Commission. Because IDAC falls under NPA, of course, but I hope you're not referring to it.
Uthi kumeli ke uyacabanga ukuthi ke mhlambe ke awukhuluma lokho kwenzakala lapha kule commission le esaqhubeka ke kaMadlanga Commission.
Because IDAC falls under NPA.
Ngoba ke IDAC laba basebenza le nabangaphansi kwayo ke iNPA.
Thank you, Mr. Mncube, for that expose.
That was Gadler's evidence in chief, and it's easy to understand why this exchange attracted so much attention. His argument was straightforward. He denied any involvement in Senzo Meyiwa's murder and questioned what he saw as a gap in the state's case. Referring to the prosecution's theory as he understood it, he asked why the alleged mastermind, Kelly Khumalo, had not been arrested if the evidence truly pointed in that direction. Of course, it's important to distinguish between courtroom arguments and legal conclusions. An accused person, a witness, or a lawyer may put forward a particular interpretation of the evidence, but it is ultimately the court that must decide what has been proven. What this moment does show is the defense's strategy. Rather than only denying the allegations, Gadler sought to challenge the consistency of the state's theory and invite the court to consider whether the prosecution's case was logically complete. Whether that argument succeeds is for the court to determine, but it undoubtedly became one of the more memorable moments of his testimony. What do you make of Gadler's question? Was it a powerful challenge to the prosecution's case, or do you think the state had a legal basis for proceeding as it did? Share your thoughts respectfully in the comments. If you value factual courtroom analysis based on what is said in court, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our coverage of the Senzo Meyiwa trial. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, share it with others following this case, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. I read your comments, and your engagement helps this channel reach more people who are interested in the facts presented in court. To every viewer, subscriber, and channel member, thank you for your incredible support. Your views, comments, likes, and memberships make it possible for this channel to continue bringing you consistent courtroom analysis. I don't take your support for granted, and I'm truly grateful that you've chosen to be part of this growing community. Thank you for watching. Thank you for believing in this channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay safe, and God bless you all. I'm Skybridge. Bye.